How you doing, folks? This is Rex at the Buckeyenest, and I'm out here with David. And we're doing another impromptu movie for you. David's been with the Freedom Equestrian Team now about how many years or months or hours?
A little over 2 years.
2 years. Very good. Are you a vet yourself?
Yes, sir. I served in the Army during the Cold War, 1978, 1982. Germany, West Germany, as a military police investigator over there.
Okay, well, how long you been? Been over a little over 2 years. You own your own horses?
No, I don't have any of my own yet. I'm starting to look around for some now. I moved over to Dover, Indiana, and the job I have is a homeless shelter for vets, and that's how we connected with horses. My boss has horses, so it was
a homeless shelter for vets in Indiana?
Indiana, yes, Indiana.
So you work there?
Yes, sir.
Quit calling me sir. I work for a living just like you do, all right?
Okay.
All right, no disrespect to those officers out there that might be watching this, but that's an old non-com thing, right?
Right.
Well, wait a minute. I should probably ask you, are you an officer? Are you an officer? No? Okay. So you come over here how many times a month from Indiana?
At least a couple times. I tried. Normally I work Tuesday afternoons, but this is kind of a special day with this group this morning, plus the carriage rides, and this evening we're having a team cookout. I wanted to make that because over Memorial Day weekend at the festival they have here, I had fallen off a horse, passed out on it.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, got a clean bill of health from the doctor. They run a bunch of tests. Doing good. Feel good.
We're Freedom for 2 years now. Can you recall any moments that really touched you between watching the veterans and the horses together?
One that really touched me was I met this group in April of 2012, and through them I ended up getting a job on a horse farm, and I lived there. They had an apartment in the basement of the house, and the amazing thing was that I got to attend their first meeting in September of 2012, and I had no idea what was going on. I had no idea what they had planned for me. And they had the meeting and everything, and there was this table in here in the library. There were tablecloths covering a whole bunch of stuff. I didn't even think anything about it, but they always got stuff in there and everything. And I said, well, now we got this for you. It was everything from my apartment. I mean, trash bags, cooking utensils, plates, towels, laundry detergent, soap, a brand new microwave. I was speechless. I cried. I mean, what this team has done for me has been amazing. And then with the vets, what they were doing since then, and I've never left them. I mean, I hung around. They said, now I hang around. They can't get rid of me. And I won't let them get rid of me. And but I tell these vets, you can take these horses for a walk. Tell them anything you want. You'll never tell another soul or another horse. Nobody will know. And every once in a while, I'll take them a walk up to the dormitory where the vets live here on the grounds here at Dayton VA, and they asked the Four Freedom group. They asked us, "You always take the horses up there? Would you like to take them up there if he dies?" I said, "Yeah, but it's more for me just to be alone with that horse. That's my time." And they didn't know that, but when I told them, I said, "That's my time. That walk up there, then seeing them, and then walking back over there. It's only 10-minute walk, maybe not even that. But whatever it is, that's my time."
I know what you're saying.
And that's important. And I tell these women, men and women who've been through this PTSD class and everything, they at first they're a little intimidated by them. Some of the guys take right to them. And there was a Vietnam vet that I knew and met him up here before he even come in contact with us and everything. And I asked him, he saw me one day and stopped me in the building. And he says, hey, asked me how I was doing. A lot of people know me. I asked him, I said, so you going to come to the horse league in this class? And he says, are you going to be there? I said, yeah, I'm going to be there. And he said, all right, I'll hang out with you. He used to train horses and break them and everything. He went to Vietnam, fought over there, I don't know, a year, 2 years, something like that. Come back, everything, he'd been injured and everything, and really couldn't do it. So he gave it up. When he first come over here in the class and everything, he looked at the horse. He had a walker. He looked at the horse and everything. He sat down. That was it. The next week, he was over there petting it a little bit. The third week, he brushed, grooming. Fourth week, got his pictures taken with one and everything. And he was really, he walked around it, petting it, grooming it and everything. The fifth week, they get to drive the carriage if they want to. And that's what I normally do. And I asked him, I says, Mike, ready to drive his carriage? He says, yeah. Climbed up there and he drove the little...
He got up there without his walker.
Climbed up there without his walker.
So he's doing all this, going through this therapy, and he's slowly strengthening his body and stepping up. And wow.
The sixth week they get to ride. Mike, you going to go on the ride with us? He says, yes, I am. That moment, he got on that horse, his smile couldn't cover this ground.
Wow.
He was so happy. That before we even took off, just him getting up in the saddle. And that was worth $1 million, and it gives me goosebumps today. That's what it does for these people. It slows them down. They're thinking. They have to think for the horse and themselves. And in that regard, it's a win-win situation. The horses we have they're pretty much bomb-proof. When I say that, you can do about anything with it. The horse I passed out on, they said as soon as I let go of the reins, he stopped. And I tumbled off it. I don't remember falling off of it. But as soon as I hit the ground, they said he kind of looked over at me, moved over 4 or 5 feet, and started eating grass. He didn't take off or anything. But he knew something was wrong, something happened. But still, like I said, these horses...
He didn't step on it.
No, didn't step.
He got kind of like he didn't get out of the way.
Right, because he knew something was wrong. There'd be other people coming. One guy just went up and grabbed the horse. And, you know, yeah, I mean, I was raised around horses. I was raised around standard breds, the horses that race horses that pull sulkies. We raced all over. We raced in New York State, out in Chicago, Illinois, Kentucky, all fairs in Ohio and Indiana. It's what they call colt stake races, 2 and 3-year-old horses. Just new. And so it wasn't like I wasn't unfamiliar working around horses. And it just,
So back to you said his name was Mike. We're trying to fathom this, completely understand this. You met this man when he was walking this horse around this grounds, and he started coming to therapy class on a walker. He couldn't walk without a walker. And 6 weeks later, he got up on the back of a horse.
Yep.
He needed a little help, I suppose. Or did he get up there on his own?
He got up there on his own.
So 6 weeks later, he has recovered to the point where he's able to climb on the back of a horse and ride that horse this the same horse he was working with all the time?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So he developed a bond with that horse, so to speak, too. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, to see that, because he really didn't want to be a part of it. He had to go through the therapy and everything, but he didn't want to, I think he was upset.
Prior experience with the horses.
Right, exactly.
And he thought he wouldn't be able to do it no more. So he just made up his mind. Do you recall what branch of the military he was in? Was it the
Army? He was in the Army.
Oh, the Army? Well, okay, well, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, it is something that should have been going on for a long time ago. Yes. But to see him, and that's just one of them. I mean, we got a guy a vet that went through therapy and everything, and he still comes out. He had knee surgery. I think he's on vacation next week, but he ever since his class was over with, he's been back almost every week, and we're here. So it's to see them, even the ones that shy away from it, they're so sure and everything. At the end of the 6 weeks, it's amazing that there is a bond there, and then they talk about it. Wow, when I first started, I didn't even want to touch them or anything. They're all over.
Well, I got a little bond with Tank because that's what I did in the Army. Tanks.
Right.
So Tank and I are related here, you know. But you know what? What's kind of funny is Rio's the leader of the pack. He's the littlest horse of the bunch, except for Memphis, the donkey over there. But,
Rio is he's the alpha. He'll eat his feed and push the other ones away and eat theirs, push the next one away and eat theirs.
Yeah.
They all listen to him.
Yeah. I noticed that when we were over here last week at the nursing home. He was kind of telling Sierra what to do there. And then Kristen had a little problem keeping him in line because he wouldn't go eat grass.
Right.
Yeah. So he was getting a little boisterous over there. But David, you know, I'm going to be out here the next 4 weeks. Or actually the next 5. I'm coming next week. Because I understand Leah's going to do carriage rides and set up out here anyway. So even though there won't be any actual instruction. So, now let's talk about the carriage rides a minute.
Mm-hmm.
When they come out to participate in carriage rides, what do you know about that carriage ride? What do they do in that carriage ride?
Well, we have a route that we take them on, and they're given the reins. And
they come in here and sign in the library, though, right?
Oh, the people that want a carriage ride, yeah, they come in, and we ask if they sign in, so we, because a lot of times we take pictures of them and post it on our Facebook page and everything, and they will. We have a route. We ask them if they want to a tour, or if they just want to sit quietly and enjoy the ride. Some people prefer one as opposed to the other, and then other people, no, I just want to sit back and enjoy it. They just sit back and look. It slows everything down. There's cars going by, the horses doesn't mind it or anything.
Creates a memory.
Right, yeah. They'll get off of it. They'll get off of it and say, life should be so slow.
I took the carriage ride last week, but I need to do it again because I want to get some more pictures of it, things of that nature too. So, well, that's about it, David.
Well, thank you.
But thank you too. And we'll be sitting down, and I'm sure I'll think of some other things.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.